What's up, basement dwellers? Welcome to another edition of the Jersey Fanatics. I'm Chris the Dace Man Dace. He's Erik Barezzo.
Hi.
And we're here to talk your first place Phillies, leading the National League East by 5.5 games, 6 games.
Probably after this, yeah, because Mets are winning right now.
The Mets are famously imploding, which has been nice. Getting swept out by the Brewers and swept out by... Who the hell did they play before the Brewers?
I'm not sure.
They lost 7 straight, and that's all that matters. And the Phillies had won 6 straight up until this point, or 5 straight up until this point.
And they just lost tonight officially.
Yep, and unfortunately they have dropped the game to Cincinnati as we're recording, but they went down to Texas and got business done. So the last time we talked, we were in the middle of the series. Where the fuck were they? Why can't I remember where the hell they were last week?
Baltimore?
Oh, yeah, they were finished up the homestand against Baltimore. They had won the series as we were talking. We were hoping they would go for the sweep, but they dropped the game Wednesday. And then they rolled into Arlington, Texas, swept out the Rangers for the first time since, 2004 or something like that?
Also Rangers game 2 against the Orioles that they lost.
Oh, and we are going to talk about him in just a moment, but ended up sweeping the Rangers down in Arlington and currently have a split series with Cincinnati, hopefully going for the win tomorrow or today as this drops. Ranger, let's hit off it's contract year for Ranger. So you would think he's doing his best stuff, but he's not. He's having the same signs he had at the end of last year where he starts tailing off at the end and proving that he's not a long haul guy. Honestly, the game tonight against Cincinnati, I would say, wasn't too much his fault. The umpire was not kind to him. The runs that he gave up, had the ump called the pitch prior to it, would not have been as bad. But it doesn't make excuses because he still threw the bad pitch that put them in the scenario that they were in. So what are your thoughts on Ranger and how he's doing on the after the All-Star break?
You know, I was like 2 seconds away from coming on here and basically blasting him, saying like you have to do everything in your power just to move on and just be done with it. But what I've come to realize is this is Ranger. Mm-hmm. He has an absolute incredible first half. You're like, holy shit, he's Cy Young. This is phenomenal. Like, you have him, you have Wheeler, you have semi-decent Nola.
Sanchez, who's technically our ace right now.
Sanchez, I forget him. Yeah, stupid me. So you have Sanchez that's taken over the Nola spot. So you're like, holy shit, like this is fantastic. And then all of a sudden, the second half, it just drastically changes. He can't figure out his fastball, or his fastball is flowing down. He can't figure out command. Like, it's just awful. But in the playoffs, he turns over another stone again and becomes incredible again. So hopefully you're going to get that incredible Ranger again. But right now, obviously, everyone's very down and very concerned, and as they should be. But I don't know what to do. I still don't give him a contract after this year.
Oh,
I'm done with it. You know, we should have learned our lesson with Nola. I wouldn't have gave him his contract. And that's proving to be, I guess, right that you shouldn't have. You know, he's a good pitcher, don't get me wrong, but it's just the ups and downs. You just can't do it. You're giving away too many games. And even I saw us go, or you can go ahead with what you're going to say about Ranger.
Well, if you kind of segued into where the conversation is going. Aaron Nola had what we believe is his final start in Lehigh tonight, where he went 5 2/3 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, and 11 strikeouts. So he's coming back to the main roster probably next week when they begin their homestand against the Mariners. So he's either probably pitching Monday or Tuesday of next week. What do we do? Because right now we've got 5 starters, and something we have not done on this show is compliment Cy Young Walker.
Young Walker, man, he's on
6
some
innings
kind of different pair right now.
6 innings, 1 run last outing. Who who goes to the bullpen? If you're asking me right now, Ranger. And that's something Tyler's been on probably anytime we talk about Ranger, that Ranger's a better bullpen arm than he is a starter. And he's proven it for a second year in a row that he can't. The inning load is taxing. And this year he has less innings because he was on the IL for a while. He had to
Yeah.
come off that. So
So it's proven that right that he needs to be in the bullpen. They're not going to put him in the bullpen. It's going to be Walker. They're going to shove him back in there, unfortunately. Or they're going to keep a 6-man rotation. So they keep on
I can see
pondering that in order to give Wheeler more of days off. And even though Wheeler doesn't like it, but it doesn't matter at this point because Wheeler's going downhill pretty fast.
Yeah, I don't think Wheeler has much of a say this season, given the fact that the last 4 starts have not been his great. All of them, with the exception of Sanchez, has not had a good back half after the All-Star break. It's the typical Phillies team we've seen over these last few years. When the hitting's hitting, the pitching's not pitching. And when the pitching's pitching, the hitting's not hitting. So It's a damn shame. Tonight, where they played Cincinnati Reds and they kind of got beat up. Again, I wouldn't fault Ranger too much. The umpire was very bad for both sides. He was missing the strike zone. The strike zone was just inconsistent, and I think that's unfair to pitchers when it's so inconsistent on both sides. Obviously, Cincinnati found a way around it, but Ranger was not able to find a way around it, and it cost them big. I think he's credited for all 6 runs.
Yeah.
Um,
6 runs, 10 hits, 2 walks, and 3 Ks. It was not a good stat line at all.
I'm pretty sure his ERA is up by 6 now since the All-Star break. Like, he came into this with like a 2 or 3 ERA, but like since the All-Star break, he was the worst pitcher of the 2 tonight.
I think before the game was over, I think I saw it at 3.29. But yes, it's been outlandishly high.
Yep. And it's shame. Him, Wheeler, Luzardo's hit or miss. Like Luzardo, I feel like it's the team. Whatever team he's playing, if they know him, they're going to rock him for whatever reason. If they don't, if like I think Luzardo had a decent outing against the Rangers, but that's probably because the Rangers don't get to see Luzardo a lot. So that means if you play Luzardo in a National League game, he's probably getting rocked.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy about Luzardo. You have, like you said, you have no idea. Like this last game against the Ranger, he won 6 innings, gave up 7 hits, only 1 run, 1 earned, 4 Ks, 1 walk. And that was against DeGrom. So it was a good pitching matchup between those two. But it's just he's all over the place too. Like it's one start, you're like, holy shit, he's back to tipping his pitches. The next one, you're like, holy shit! Like if he competed like this whole entire year, he's Cy Young category. So it's massively different scales, and that's I don't even want to say that's what Ranger's on, because he's basically like Cy Young first half, terrible second half.
Yep.
So it's not even like every other game he's good. It's a whole second half.
Which is kind of terrifying because the argument that people keep making towards the trade deadline, and even like more so, you just need 3 pitchers for the playoffs. Well, right now, there's only one that I'm super confident in. And then like the rest are, I know they can be stellar.
And even that one, he got rocked that one game.
Mm-hmm.
So it depends on who we play.
But
that kind of scares me too.
He's also doing like the one that's kind of like our ace right now, Sanchez. We'll say we're ranking them. He's probably number 1 in our staff right now for starters. He's going a lot of innings. So is he going to be burnt out in a month?
Yeah. It seems that's why I think it's another reason why they're going to do the 6-man rotation, just kind of ease them back a little bit, and it could help.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows if this Painter even comes up? Maybe he comes up and he takes a couple innings from people too.
No, I don't think we're. So that's another topic we can roll into. You're the master of segues tonight. Next week, this time, we'll be talking about the call-ups from Lehigh Valley.
Technically, it's this week. It's
Is it
in 3 days. Yeah,
the 15th?
August 15th. 15th. Yeah.
Okay, so I think, and I'll just go on record saying you're not seeing Justin Crawford or Andrew Painter this year.
I'm leaning that way, to an extent. It really depends on how, like Kepler, he had a single tonight. I think that's all he did, but the rest of the team sucked too.
Mm-hmm.
But I really think it matters what he does in the next week. Like
Okay.
it
The final game in
has,
Cincinnati, and then what they do in DC.
yeah, like it has to be. I don't know what Lindor did tonight, but I know he was on an 0 for 19 streak.
Mm-hmm.
It was his second longest streak. Like that's kind of the shit that Kepler has to be on. Like it has to be beyond trash.
Yeah.
And
Well,
but
so
I'm like 70% leaning your way that nobody is coming up.
let's set those two aside for now, because we do have three pieces that have to come back up, and that's Bohm, Nola, and Alvarado. So those guys are coming within the next week. Who gets sent down? Do we carry more pitchers than position players? What do you think is going to happen roster wise? Personally, I think Weston and Otto will be going down, and we'll probably cut Lazar.
Max Lazar, you think will get cut?
Well, they don't seem to want to get rid of fucking Romano, and of course, the one time I saw him, he didn't do bad. So, and they're not using Joe Ross. Like,
They
I
use
don't.
him
Did they use him
tonight.
tonight?
Yeah, they use him tonight.
Oh, because the last couple games I did catch, they hadn't been using him. Your bullpen now is Strom, Kirkering, Robertson, the Durantula. Those four are not going anywhere. So you have to make a decision between Lazar, Ross, and Romano, right?
I think you have somebody else, and who's Johnson or no Rangel.
He's gone.
Rangel's
They DFA'd him over the weekend to make room for Robertson.
too.
Rangel.
Did they?
Yeah, that's who got dropped for Robertson, and I think it was a DFA because he was out of options.
Johnson then?
He went down to bring up.
Robertson?
No, I think when they brought Durantula in, he was the one that went down. Because I was shocked. I thought he would have stayed and Lazar would have went, but
Okay, because this is
no. They dropped Johnson to bring Ross back
Okay,
because Ross came off the IL.
This is still showing that he's on the roster.
I think he's still on the 40 man. I don't think he got DFA. I think he had options.
Oh, interesting.
Rangel, I think, got DFA'd.
Okay, well then that kind of throws me for a loop then because
I think you get to the three: Romano, Ross, and Lazar, and unfortunately I think Lazar is going to be the. I don't know if he has options, but I know he doesn't have like the contracts the other two have.
He's a rookie.
Is he?
Yeah.
Then it's him.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to cut the $8 million guys.
Yeah. I agree with Wilson. God, I really don't think Kemp should be dropped, but I unfortunately have.
Well, if they don't drop Kemp, because maybe they want to keep another infielder, it's Kepler. Because they're not going to cut Bader, and Marshy's been the best hitter on the team as of late. I think he's batting like 400 for the month of August or whatever.
They tend to lean towards the veterans, so you're probably right then. Then Kemp is gone.
But he has options, right?
Yeah.
That's why. It's the easy decision for them to send these guys down with options. Weston, though, I don't know how many he's got left. He's been up 3 times this year, has he not?
Yeah.
He's been up a lot. So if Weston's out of options, I can see them cutting ties with Max.
That could be a solution, but I think that's their solution to bring up Crawford.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the only way Kepler's gone.
Is that they decide Justin's coming up?
Yeah.
I
kind of think Justin's kind of putting them in a corner, saying like I've done everything down here that I can do. I've handled everything that I can handle. He's hitting home runs. He's doing everything that he's supposed to be doing. So I think they may be putting him in a corner. So, but I agree with you. Like I said, I'm leaning 70% that he's not coming up. But
So, as a wild card, do we think Marchand's going down at any point for Stubby? I've seen enough of Marchand. I do not like him. I don't know what his batting average is. I think we've lost every game he's called.
I think it was like 168 or 186 before today's game. I'll
Mm-hmm.
tell you exactly what it is today, but it
But
wasn't.
I would prefer Stubbs calling the game over Marchand because for whatever reason, and a lot of these guys that've gone through the rehab assignment, well, they know Stubbs. Like Stubbs can call a good game. I know we want a little bit of pop every 6 days, but if we're not
He's
getting a pop out of Marchand, why the fuck not bring Stubbs?
he's 192. He's batting 192. Max Kepler is batting 206. So they're your people that you should get rid of. But also, you know what? I want to throw in another. Not it's there's nothing going to happen. Like
Wild card.
he's on the team. He's on the team. But I don't know what's up with your boy Casty, man. Like he has like an OBP of like 296. Like he is garbage this year.
I think he's hurt.
It could be the only reason because like even in the outfield he's extremely slow out there. Like he's a slow athlete, but he's
Mm-hmm.
never been this slow and this confused, I guess you can say. Like all year long people have been like, what the hell's he doing out there?
Well, I would say after the All-Star break, he's gotten worse. Up to the All-Star break, he was one of the consistent pieces.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Um,
And since then.
since he started taking days off, that's when I've noticed that he hasn't been him. Ever since
Yeah.
that benching, really.
And I don't know if it's because of that benching or if there's an injury or if he's always said that he's the board kind of player out there, and if he's not getting a lot of action, which he really hasn't, like, but
He doesn't. It's they've been peppering center a lot, and Bader gets over to his side really fucking fast whenever Bader plays. Like there's been the couple games I've caught where Bader is pretty much all the way over where Casty is, and Casty's like, I was here.
yeah, like that, like when Bader, it was Bader, right? That caught the home run, robbed the home run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then like Casty just like stood there, like, you got it, dude.
Yep. Yeah, and
Don't.
like I think the same game, that ball was pretty much in right field, and Bader got to it. So like Bader's trying to make, I guess because his batting average hasn't been phenomenal since he's come over, making a case of like defensively put me out there.
Yeah, and that's kind of what our team is. Like we have Bader, we have Marsh, we had Johan Rojas before we sent him down. Like
Mm-hmm.
our team is filled with defensive outfielders, but they can't hit.
Nope. I don't know what it is with Bader coming over to Philly, but he has just been rough. I
Yeah,
don't. He's defensively, he's done some amazing stuff, amazing plays, amazing. I think he gunned somebody out at home too at one point.
yeah, like he's done great in that aspect, but for some reason the offensive side for everyone has just been rough. Harper seems to be getting hot. He hit another home run tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so he seems to be firing on all cylinders. Obviously, Schwarber has been basically carrying the team the whole entire year.
Yeah.
Um,
I think the quiet horses have been Stott and Marsh, the ones that we've been very vocal about at the beginning of the season. They're both batting over 300 now on
yeah,
this stretch.
yeah,
Um,
both of them have came through. So Stott probably may finally be getting sleep at home after welcoming his new baby in.
Trey, I think it should be pointed out that he's defensively he's been phenomenal. Like he's gold gloving it out there at shortstop right now. But offensively, he for the guy that was the highest batting average on the team, he has been middle of the pack. lately.
Yeah. But what also I want to call out on him is how the hell can you not hit a home run in Citizens Bank Park?
It's got to be mental now. Like one of those things where, all right, in April and May, you're talking about like, it's kind of crazy. Trey hasn't hit a home run. Now we're in August. It's like, dude.
Yeah, like it's basically impossible. Like I feel like
Bader has one.
yeah, like I feel like maybe not you or I, but I feel like Tyler could get a home run like at Citizens Bank Park if he was, you
Well,
know, out there. Like I feel like that's possible.
I think at least with Trey's hits this year, they've been primarily middle of the field. I don't know if that's how he normally hits, but like every time I seem to catch a game and watch him play, it seems like he's shooting it up the middle, and that's the furthest part in CBP, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
So
for sure.
I don't think he has the normal power that he has. Um, Not that he's hitting bad, like he's getting on, he's doing what a leadoff should do. But it's just like you said, it's weird that he doesn't have a home run in Citizens Bank Park yet.
It's like I'm not gonna compare him to this person. I'm just saying it's basically on the same line as that of Ichiro. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Ichiro would come up and he'd hit your singles, doubles, triples, get a home run every now and then. But that's, he was obviously one of the greatest players to ever play the game. And you're hoping that Trey can turn into that. But that's basically what he is at Citizens Bank Park. He's your single, double, triple kind of player, but he just can't hit those home runs at all.
Mm-hmm.
The furthest that he's got is literally at the edge of the warning track. Like
Which
that's where he's at.
again, it's weird, but the good thing is having Schwarber so hot behind him. It's not the end of the world that he's not homering. It sucks if he's the last out and the bottom of the lineup's getting on like Bryson and Marsh and stuff, and then he comes up and just whiffs it and pops out to center field like he seems to do a lot lately. But if he is in the mix of it and not the final out and getting on base, more power to him.
Why? Why do we have Schwarber as our two hitter? Why is he not four and protecting Harper?
Or if it's a big deal where you want Harper protecting him, why is Harper not 4 and he's 3? Right?
Like,
You should be positioning more people to get on. Like my lineup right now would probably, like, if you just went off of like what's hot, Stott, JT, Harper, Schwarber. Like that to me is going to produce runs. Which is
I don't know about that. JT,
he's the third
JT can
hottest hitter
fall.
on the team right now.
Yeah, but he can fall in a slump really, really fast.
But he's not in one right now.
Yeah.
So that was my caveat. If you were to take the analytics today, and if you believe that moving people up and down the line doesn't fuck with people, to me it would be Stott is getting on base by any means, and he's doing what Stott did so well before, where he's driving up pitch counts. So like that's pretty good to have to get after some starters. JT is hitting; he's a double machine right now. Harper and Schwarber are your home run guys, and then do whatever the fuck you want with the bottom.
I think you're onto something with having Stott up to the top, but I think you keep Trey as your one, Stott is your two, Harper is through.
So what they had opening day.
Yeah.
But I think Trey may have been second. Bryson might have been lead off.
Or no, I think you're right. Stott would be your one. Trey is your two. Harper's three. Schwarber's four. Five would be JT, Brandon Marsh, Casty, or Brandon Marsh, Bohm, Casty, and then whoever your center field
Bader,
is.
Kepler,
Yeah. Who cares
Weston.
about either of them? Doesn't matter.
I mean, we're going to see this because, in theory, next Monday night we should be at full strength.
Okay, let's also say I don't know if you saw the text I sent you, but um, Ruben Amaro basically saying Thompson is one of the best managers that we've ever had in this town, and he's doing a phenomenal job. And this dude, like, if you can't get out of his ass, like you're not helping this. Like yes, he is a really good manager, but he has massive flaws, and if you can't see that, then you have a major issue, and you're just being a constant homer for him. Like he has no idea how to read that lineup when things are going well. Like he's going to keep JT there, for example, when he was nonstop grounded into double plays. Like he was leading the
Hmm.
league at one point. Kept him there. Oh, he's going to break out of it. And then with the bullpen, oh, I'm going to keep throwing Romano out there. Oh, he's going to break out of it. Like he has no wherewithal to like, you know what? Let's change things up. This is failing. Let's move on. Let's just change it up for a day and just
Hmm.
see what happens. I don't mean just all right. Marshawn's gonna uh, play for you today. Like that's not what I mean. Like change up the lineup to have JT go to seventh or sixth. You know, just drop him down the lineup so somebody else replaces him.
Yeah, like I question some of his decisions. We talked about this before the game today. That again, JT's probably your second or third hottest hitter right now on the team, and you put in Marshawn, which is almost a guaranteed out. Why? Even Kepler. You said Kepler went 1 for 4.
Uh, It was Marshawn went 1 for 4.
Okay.
I think Kepler did as well.
Okay. So why
Nobody
wouldn't?
did well today. You know,
Huh?
Schwarber was 0 for 4.
Oh.
Harper was 1 for 4. Casty was 1 for 4. Um, Marsh 0 for 3. Sosa 0 for 3. Kepler was 1 for 3. Stott was 0 for 3. So
It's
nobody
a
had a
bad
good
batting
game.
day.
Yeah.
So, but like in that instance, why? And I get like this is where I don't like Topper of the. Well, if I'm giving a guy a day off, I'm giving the guy the day off. JT is on a hitting streak. You can put Marshawn in the catch, fine. Why can't JT DH and Schwarber go play left?
Yeah.
You do
Yeah.
it for Casty or Harper when they need a quote unquote day off. Why can't JT keep hitting?
And um, Tyler texted it in the group chat earlier saying that they wanted him to have a full day off. But
I get the whole knee thing. Like being a catcher is very taxing, but
I do too. But I don't understand. You want to. I don't get the difference between a full day off and then just DHing. Like you're swinging the bat 4 times. To me, that's not taxing. I don't know.
maybe it's because he's been a double machine and he just thinks the running is taxing on him. But I don't know. You got your foot on the gas. I don't know why you would take it off, especially when you still have 7 games to play against the Mets. Like, yeah, it's nice to have that 5.5 game lead. Or well, going in tonight it was 6. But like, why not keep adding to it? Like, don't take your foot off their neck. Like, because
Yeah.
the Mets have shown that they are pesky, just like we are. That they can come back, especially if you don't. If you lose 4 out of the 7, they're back in it. They're a game behind you.
And they won today,
Yeah.
right?
So we're 5.5 up, or maybe 5 up.
Yeah. Yeah, they're still playing, but Mets are winning 13-5, top 9.
Yeah. So we're 5.5 up or whatever. Um.
Yeah, I think it's going to be 5 after tonight.
Yeah. Which makes sense, but like, why would you not take your foot off the gas? Like, or why did you take your foot off the gas? Especially against a team like the Reds that you know are good. Like, you want to
Yeah,
win these hard ones because you know inevitably we're going to be fucking infuriated when we're talking next week and they lose the series to Washington.
yeah, 100%. And we're one of the famous teams, and that's like with coming back from being down 7 games. Mets had a 7-game lead, and we
Mhm.
came back and won the division that year. So it's obviously possible. So I agree with you. You should have did everything in your power to go full bore. Like this isn't before the All Star break now.
Mhm.
Uh, I think every single game matters now, and for you to say have a full
Especially
day off, like I think it's a mistake.
especially against National League teams. If you're not playing to beat every single National League team you play from here on out, what are you doing? Because
Yeah,
it's gonna matter. Like the
it
Reds
is.
get into the playoffs and you lost the series to them. So okay, now they have a higher ranking than you and you have to go play the wild card in Cincinnati. That's gonna fucking suck.
They're third in the NL Central. Brewers are just on some outrageous freaking thing, but
Well, there's that
they're
too.
they're 1.5 games out right now of the wild card, the Reds.
Yeah, but like you're also I personally like I'm still iffy on the bye because the bye bit us in the ass last year, and the bye bit the Braves in the ass the year before the last 2 years. So it's it's a weird catch-22 that I don't want to take our foot off the gas, but I don't want to get paired up in a shitty matchup and be eliminated first round, whether it be the wild card or the NLDS.
Yeah,
So like you need to also be aware maybe the Brewers are out of reach. I think we have a series against them still. Um or no, I think we've actually played them.
I'll check. Keep talking.
But you got to be aware because we do have a series against the Dodgers. We have one more West Coast trip, right? So you have to be aware of these teams that are winning the other divisions because you don't want to be either like whatever you want a good matchup in the playoffs.
September 1st, 3rd, and 4th, we are at Brewers.
Fantastic. Hopefully they cool off by then, but they're not showing signs of slowing the fuck down.
And then the 15th, 16th, and 17th, we're at Dodgers, at Arizona.
And those the Brewers and the Dodgers series matter. I mean,
We,
we at least had that opening Dodgers series and we beat them. We took 2 of 3 then.
we finished against the Twins. How stupid. You finish against an AL team.
Oh yeah, I mean that's when we're tailgating. But yeah, that whole weekend isn't going to fucking matter. I think last year we finished against the Astros, right? One of
Yeah.
the years we finished against the
Maybe.
Astros.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Um, it's just on a National League scale. What don't take you shouldn't be taking your foot off the gas. If you wanted to rest JT, and I get that the catcher position, he should still be able to hit. He's one of your better hitters, and you're struggling with like not having Bohm right now hurts. Um, why would you take if you have the ability to play with your roster a bit? Why wouldn't you put JT in there as DH?
Yeah. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know.
Because now if he comes back and plays tomorrow and goes 0 for 4, and then he's 0 for 4 every fucking game for the Nationals, it's like okay, well you cooled him off. Good
Yep.
job.
And
Um,
that's kind of what Topper has done before. I think it was Harper who came back from his Tommy John surgery, and he was on some outrageous tear, like 6 home runs in 7 days. And they're like, "No, let's give him a break now." I'm
hmm?
like, "What? Why are you giving him a break?" He was like, "Well, we don't want to rush him, and
Yeah.
we want to make sure that his injury, like,
I'm not saying it's the
okay,
reason, but what of him benching Casty?
yeah,
And then like now trying to get him out of the funk, benches him 2 more times. It's like, what are we doing here? Not giving confidence to Brandon Marsh, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, he did really well against the whatever batter or pitcher he can't normally hit, and then you sit him against the next one of the same caliber. It's like, what the fuck?
yeah,
I'm still out on Topper. Like, if you want me to think Topper's a really good manager, let him go manage the 2019 team.
yeah,
Like, go manage that the dark one of the dark era teams where Reese and McCutcheon and Harper were your stars.
yeah. It's his his decision making is very questionable. You truly do wonder what the hell is he thinking majority of the time.
Oh, it's not that I wonder what he's thinking. It's like why are you a slave to the analytics? Like he is a
Yeah.
100% slave to the analytics. And at that point, are you a good manager? Because you're not going with your gut. You're going with a spreadsheet. Anybody can read a spreadsheet. You and I can go manage the team based on a spreadsheet.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's just
Using
throw
historical data. Like, oh, Wheeler was a Cy Young 3 years in a row. I'm just going to let him stay out there for 7 innings. When clearly he's getting lit up by the 5th.
Yeah. Yeah, he just gave up, or he just threw 26 pitches in the 5th inning, and he gave up 2 runs. But let's bring him back out for the 6th inning, and then you wonder why he just gave up a first swing home run. Could have told you that he just threw 26 pitches the last inning, dude.
I know you dye your hair topper, but Wheeler has more gray hair than you right now. And you're just like, nah, this fucking workhorse can go. Okay. Ask Chris Sale how that worked out for him. I know he got a Cy Young, but he didn't make it to the playoffs. What are we going to do? We're bitching and we're 5.5 games up in the NL East.
Because they could be so much more.
We could be 10 games up.
Yeah.
We could be the Brewers, and we're not the Brewers.
No. God,
so
no,
do you think the Brewers are going to fizzle out, or do you think they're like, because I don't want to be a negative Nancy, and that's kind of the whole week kind of jumped down when it's just us, because there's no one to pump the brakes on us, and that's fine. But how disappointing would it be? You're in the National League Championship Series. You're in Milwaukee. Rhys Hoskins up to bat. And the Brewers are going to the World Series.
Dude, I can't even tell you who's on the team besides Rhys Hoskins.
Yelich, right?
Yeah, but
how much will that hurt?
Yelich is like 60 years old, isn't he?
Oh yeah, with a 5-year-old boy face. It doesn't make sense. But how much is that going to hurt?
It's going to hurt drastically.
Fransky calling the game, telling you Rhys Hoskins out to bat. All they need is 1 run, and the Brewers are heading to the World Series.
And Romano is in the game.
And Jordan Romano is out here, throws a meatball over the plate, and that ball is gone. The big fella has crushed Philadelphia's dreams and will now be an iconic villain for years to come.
You used Duran yesterday's game when you were down by 4 runs.
Yep.
You used him for that for no reason at all. But that's the kind of shit that he would do.
Yep. And that's my fear. That's like an irrational fear I had today listening to like some MLB clip of them talking about, are the Phillies the team to beat? And then somebody going, well, I don't know, the Brewers are pretty hot. And I'm thinking to myself, Rhys. Rhys is going to hurt us.
I couldn't even tell you that Rhys was even playing right now. I remember seeing him.
He's not
going to the IL, but I don't even know if he's back. Like I have nothing.
He's got to come out to pinch hit, like you said, Timu Little Dicky, and blast that fucking thing out of the Brewers ballpark, because they'll have home field advantage, mind you, because we're not taking this shit serious in the regular season. And Rhys Hoskins will officially break any hearts that we're not done with his ass.
And his wife is going to break everyone else's hearts when she buys a full case of beer for their fans too, just like how she did for us in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to take all the good joy away.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
But I like the only thing I know about the Brewers is Rhys Hoskins and Christian Yelich are on the team. I don't even know if Rhys Hoskins is even playing, if he's a DH, if he's a first base. I know they have that fucking rookie phenom that apparently doesn't even like baseball, and he just plays Pokemon all day long too. Because I saw a story about that. So
Rhys Hoskins was sidelined for 6 weeks as of July 8th. So I guess he'll be back in a week or two. Just enough time to see us in September.
See, like I said, I had no idea that he was back or if he was still on vacation or what.
He hurt
Like
his thumb. Big fella got a boo boo on his thumb. It's gonna break our heart, man. NLCS in Milwaukee, final game. It's down to little Dicky throwing the ball. Bases loaded. The Brewers just need 2 to win it. And the big fella knocks it out of the park.
or reverse that and have Harper hit a walk-off home run to rub it in their face, and as he goes by, he just punches Reese in the face.
Just assaults him. Suspended for the World Series. Assaults Reese Hoskins and goes,
That's what you get, bitch.
"It's my fucking position now. You go to right field, big fella."
He may have to jump to hit him though.
I don't know. The Brewers, I mean, as it stands right now, are a terrifying force. They're playing the Pirates, but they're playing Skeens tonight. So hopefully Skeens shuts them the fuck down and then they cool off. I'm not scared of I'm scared of the Mets. Like, the Mets are going through that weird fucking phase we went through in 2022 again, where we were like, we ain't making playoffs.
Would you like to hear the bad news or good news?
Give me the bad news, buddy. That's what we do here. And then we'll end on the good news note.
The Brewers
destroyed Paul Skeens.
Are winning 12-0.
Jesus Christ. Well, Paul Skeens. So Zach Wheeler's back in Cy Young convention.
Paul Skeens went 4 innings, gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 2 home runs, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks.
Jesus
Still
Christ.
a 2.13 ERA. But yeah, the Brewers are just unstoppable. They're Peralta went 6 innings, 3 hits, 0 runs.
Now,
7 Ks, 1 walk.
This is the story of a team that'll get the bye and then flop after the bye.
And that's kind of what you're hoping for, because that's what
Dodgers do.
I hate to say it, but my World Series as of right now is Seattle versus Milwaukee.
Interesting choice.
It's going to be the worst World Series you could ever possibly watch, because nobody's going to watch it. So it's going to be awful. But it's going to be a very high-scoring game, like each game. Like, it's going to be entertaining if you turned it on to start vacuuming. Like, that's what it is. It's the background noise. Like, nobody wants to watch it. But like, if you turn it on, you're like, oh shit, it's 6-5, and this is only the second inning. Like, it's gonna be some high-scoring games. But yeah, they both went out and they both picked up key pieces. The one dude that Seattle picked up was Vaughn. He hit another 3-run home run tonight. He has 10 home runs since the since the trade deadline. So he's on some kind of fucking fire. And that's the kind of shit that I told you about.
Are you talking about Suarez?
Huh?
You said Suarez hit the home? Is it up 10 home runs since being traded?
Vaughn for Seattle. Andrew Vaughn.
I don't know who he is.
I don't even know who he is either, but he's just been one of the best players. But that's the kind of thing that I said that we needed. That's the kind of bat that we needed in order to get over. Like, Diamondbacks went and they got Tommy Pham, and that took them over the hump. Seattle's going to get Andrew Vaughn, and like,
we got Harrison Bader.
Milwaukee went out and they got, I think it was Peralta, right? He wasn't on Brewers before. I don't know.
I didn't think the Brewers did anything at the trade deadline.
I thought they went out and got somebody too.
They might have. I haven't paid attention. You know, we had our 3 disappointing pickups. One was a free agent.
Yeah, but
I'm going to be optimistic.
The White Sox and Milwaukee.
I'm going to be optimistic. I think the World Series will be the Blue Jays versus the Phillies.
Why Blue Jays?
Why not?
Because I don't even think they're anywhere close to first place anymore.
Aren't they first in the National League or the American League East?
I thought they fell pretty hard. Oh, no, they're still there. Yeah, you're right. My bad. I thought they fell hard. That was the Yankees. My bad.
Yeah. See?
I didn't rub that in.
Ending on a good note. Yeah, I'm gonna be optimistic. Toronto versus Philly. Get your passport ready. We're heading to Toronto because they don't give a fuck about baseball. We'll get in there
Oh,
cheap.
we're gonna have to. We'll give them karma for '93. Fuck you, Joe Cotta.
Yeah, we got this. Crucky out there talking shit in Toronto. What's that all about? But yeah, I'm gonna go Toronto Phillies to the World Series.
Jordan Romano coming
But
out and closing out the games. They're giving him a little nod because Duran is just untouchable. So like, you know what? You go out and you do this.
yeah, after Hoffman goes out and gives up a run, we're gonna send out Romano. Like this is what we did. Talk shit now.
Whatever you can
He's
do,
gonna
we can
have
do better.
the Brad Lidge moment with Marchand because JT got hurt.
Don't put that out there. Don't say injuries.
No, he gets hurt in that game after making an amazing catch to save the series. But Marchand had to go out and catch that last inning. And he's going to be there. He's going to be the chooch. And Romano's going to be that weird little Jewish kid that runs up on him. It's going to be great. And Toronto's going to be like, the World Series was here? I thought we were in hockey season. Call it now. So when it's the Astros versus the Dodgers, none of us are disappointed.
So Romano is going to be the hero.
He's good. And Marchand's going to lift him up. All 5'3" of Marchand.
Is that going to be as memorable as seeing Chooch lift him?
Absolutely. Because everybody's like, what the fuck is going on? How did we just how is that going to be a trivia question for decades to come?
Oh, was that in a spring training game or was that a World Series game?
Who pitched and caught the last at bat in the World Series in 2025? Jordan Romano and Marchand. That would be phenomenal, especially when you've got JT and Duran on the team. They're like, where were those guys? They were getting the beers ready.
They're wheeling the Molson Ice, Molson Light.
Yeah, they had to go with the domestic brand because of fucking tariffs. They would have brought Bud in, but they were playing the final game in Canada, so they had to go get the Canada beer. I'm gonna pop some bottles of maple syrup. Not the same effect, but just slowly drizzle that on Ranger's frosted tips.
You got to bring Garrett Stubbs in for that alone.
Oh, for sure. Like, what? Aren't you supposed to be at Lehigh? Nah, I'm the beer guy now.
I'm here for the vibe.
I learned how to play center field. That's going to do it for us this week on The Fanatics. Hopefully next week we're talking about the triumphant return of Alec Boehm and Aaron Nola. Nola will probably be him and Alvarado will probably be pitching by the time we're recording next week.
Fuck you, Alvarado.
Yeah. But yeah, what do you got going on, sir?
Packing, just more and more packing. That's what I'm doing. That's all it is.
There you go. BasicProtocolProductions.com for all the articles, op-eds, and all the things we write about from our fantastic writing staff of one. Twitch.tv/BasicProtocol, Monday night Minecraft, and then Thursday night the Dace Man 14 streams where we're doing Donkey Kong Bonanza. Probably going to do that again this week.
Big.
Yeah, did Gex for a little bit, and then Metal Gear Solid Delta comes out next week, so maybe we'll get into some of that. This every Wednesday. Pick us up either on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts. Thursday, Weekly Protocol. We actually just filmed the next 3 episodes, so we're looking forward to dropping that out there. And then every other Friday is the 4 Real Combos. This week, we return with summer camp movies until she changed the theme on me again. And then the Dace Tackler Mind will be the following Friday, where we talk about Ozzy Osbourne and his impact on the Dace Man's life. It's only fitting that we talked about Weird Al being my first concert. You're going to love my second concert, Ozfest. What was this 14-year-old doing? That's going to do it for us here on the Jersey Fanatics. I've been Chris the Dace Man Dace. He's been Erik Barrezo.
Bye.
Remember, base dollars, stick to the protocol. Mr. Barrezo, ring that bell.
Ring-a-ding-ding-ding.
See you guys next week.